Reality television and real-life drama collided this week when Real Housewives of Potomac star Drive. Wendy Osefo and her husband, attorney Eddie Osefo, were arrested in Maryland on multiple fraud-related charges. The couple, now back home after posting bail, insists they are safely home and looking forward to their day in court. The Osefos' arrest has sent shockwaves through Bravo fandom and beyond. Wendy, known for her intellect, political commentary, and strong moral compass on the show, now finds herself at the center of a legal storm that could threaten both her reputation and her family's stability. The arrest. On October 9, 2025, Wendy and Eddie were taken into custody by authorities in Carroll County, Maryland. According to court filings, the pair face multiple counts of insurance fraud, conspiracy to commit fraud, and making false statements. The charges stem from an alleged false insurance claim filed after the couple reported a burglary at their home in April 2024. At the time, they told police that more than $450,000 worth of luxury goods had been stolen while they were away on vacation. Among the missing items, high-end jewelry, designer handbags, shoes, and rare accessories that were supposedly taken from their Potomac property. Investigators began probing the burglary soon after it was reported. But what started as a sympathetic case of celebrity victimization allegedly unraveled into a suspected web of deceit. Police say inconsistencies in the couple's statements and physical evidence at the scene led to doubts about whether the break-in had ever happened at all. What investigators found: authorities reportedly grew suspicious after finding no signs of forced entry or disturbance inside the home. The alarm system, which had been armed, showed no record of any intrusion or motion detected. Things took a darker turn when detectives reviewed financial records and retail transactions connected to the couple. Investigators claimed that some of the very items listed as stolen had been returned to stores weeks before the supposed burglary, complete with refunds. Even more damning, surveillance footage and social media images allegedly showed Wendy wearing a diamond anniversary ring that had been listed as stolen in the insurance claim. According to court documents, the ring was valued at more than $25,000. Investigators then executed a search warrant at the Osefos' residence and reportedly recovered at least 15 items that matched those claimed as stolen. Authorities also said they discovered email correspondence suggesting Eddie had discussed adding more items to the insurance list to reach their policy's maximum coverage limit of roughly $423,000. The charges: both Wendy and Eddie face over a dozen charges each, 16 for her, 18 for him, including felony counts of insurance fraud, theft by deception, and conspiracy. If convicted on all counts, they could face years in prison and hundreds of thousands in fines. The indictment claims that the couple knowingly inflated the value of their losses and submitted false documentation to multiple insurance companies. Prosecutors allege that the couple sought financial gain by staging or exaggerating the burglary. Law enforcement sources described the alleged scheme as sophisticated and premeditated, involving careful coordination between the two. The couple's response: despite the gravity of the accusations, the Osefos are putting on a calm and united front. After posting bond, reportedly $50,000 each, they returned home late Thursday night. A representative for the couple said in a brief statement, "Wendy and Eddie are safely home with their family. They are in good spirits and looking forward to their day in court. They ask for privacy at this time." The statement's emphasis on being safely home struck a chord with fans who followed Wendy's journey on The Real Housewives of Potomac. Many took to social media to express support, while others voiced disappointment and confusion. Wendy, known for her sharp mind and political credentials, has yet to personally address the arrest. Those close to the family say they are focusing on their children and maintaining a sense of normalcy while their legal team prepares a defense. The defense perspective: legal experts suggest that the Osefos' team may argue there was no criminal intent. They could claim the couple believed their home was truly burglarized and that any discrepancies in their insurance claim were innocent mistakes made under stress. Proving fraud requires establishing intent beyond a reasonable doubt, which is often the hardest element to prove. The defense might also challenge the admissibility of certain evidence, such as emails or social media photos, arguing that they were misinterpreted or taken out of context. They may also question whether the recovered items were duplicates or similar possessions, not necessarily the same items listed as stolen. In a case involving high-end brands and luxury accessories, distinguishing between identical-looking items could prove tricky. However, prosecutors appear confident in their evidence, reportedly including receipts, refund records, and digital correspondence that point to a deliberate effort to inflate losses. The fallout: The scandal comes at a critical time for the Real Housewives of Potomac, which is filming its upcoming season. Bravo has not yet commented on whether the arrest will appear in the show or affect Wendy's standing as a cast member. Within the franchise, legal trouble is nothing new. Over the years, several housewives have faced indictments, lawsuits, and scandals, some even serving jail time. Still, Wendy's case stands out because of her background. She's not a typical reality TV provocateur. She's a political commentator, a PhD holder, and a former professor at Johns Hopkins University. Her image as a scholar and moral authority has been central to her persona on the show. Now, that reputation faces its toughest test yet. Public reaction. Fans were stunned when news of the arrest broke. Wendy, often viewed as one of the more grounded members of the Potomac cast, had built her brand around intelligence, integrity, and empowerment. "Wendy was the last one I expected to be involved in something like this," one fan wrote on social media. Others were more skeptical, accusing the media of exaggerating the story and reminding everyone that an arrest does not equal guilt. Still, the public scrutiny has been intense. Viewers are already speculating how the ordeal will play out on reality TV, and whether the couple's future on the show is in jeopardy. Legal stakes. If convicted, both Wendy and Eddie could face serious consequences, including potential prison time, restitution, and permanent damage to their professional reputations. As an attorney, Eddie risks losing his law license. Wendy's academic and media opportunities could also be severely impacted. Even an acquittal might not repair the public perception damage entirely. The world of reality TV thrives on drama, but legal scandals often leave scars that no reunion special can fix. On the other hand, should the couple successfully defend themselves, they could emerge from the ordeal with a redemption arc, turning adversity into renewed public sympathy. Reality stars have come back from worse, though few under such serious allegations. Safely home, a message beyond words. The phrase, "safely home," used in their public statement wasn't chosen lightly. It was a deliberate effort to humanize the couple, to remind fans and critics alike that they're not just reality TV characters but parents, spouses, and people facing an overwhelming situation. It also signaled resilience. By asserting that they are safe and together, the Osefo subtly pushed back against the narrative of downfall and disgrace. They are positioning themselves as calm, cooperative, and confident in their innocence. That tone could serve them well in the long run. Jurors, fans, and the public are more forgiving of those who remain composed and family-focused amid crisis. What happens next? The Osefos' next court appearance is expected in early November, where they will likely enter formal pleas. Their legal team is expected to request the case be dismissed or at least for several counts to be dropped, arguing over each by prosecutors. If the case proceeds to trial, it could take months before a verdict is reached. In the meantime, the couple is expected to remain free on bond. Prosecutors are reportedly still gathering financial records and witness statements, including from retail employees and insurance adjusters. If new evidence surfaces, particularly communications or transactions linking the Osefos to fabricated claims, it could strengthen the case against them. A fall from grace, or a misunderstanding? For Wendy Osefo, this scandal threatens to overshadow years of hard work building a brand centered on empowerment, intellect, and authenticity. Her storyline on The Real Housewives of Potomac often highlighted her success as a Nigerian-American woman balancing academia, motherhood, and fame. Now, viewers are left wondering whether that image was as genuine as it seemed, or whether the pressures of maintaining a high-profile lifestyle became too great. Still, the story is far from over. In the world of reality television, redemption is always possible. If Wendy and Eddie are cleared of wrongdoing, their comeback could become one of Bravo's most watched narratives. But if the evidence holds, this could be a devastating chapter for the couple and the show itself. The bigger picture. Beyond the glitz of Potomac and the gossip of Bravo fandom, the Osefo case underscores how thin the line between reality and performance can be. On-screen, Wendy is articulate, composed, and principled. Off-screen, she now faces allegations that could dismantle the very image that made her famous. The charges are serious, but so is the presumption of innocence. As the legal process unfolds, the truth, whatever it is, will eventually surface. Until then, the Osefos remain at home with their family, navigating a media firestorm and an uncertain future. Safely home may sound like a comforting phrase, but for Wendy and Eddie, it's also a fragile state of calm before what could be the most defining battle of their lives.